Welcome to DYC Studios. I'm Ken, and today we're going to be talking about something that I'm pretty passionate about, and that is audio. That's right. And in the past, you may have seen a video that I did featuring this right here, the HyperX Quadcast 2S. And in that video, I talked about how audio plays an impactful role and an important role in our lives and how important it is to have quality audio. I mean, just think about work. I mean, I don't know about you. How many people have had Zoom calls this week? I know I've had about 1,000 of them, right? Or, for entertainment, right? I mean, if you're watching movies, you want to have that crisp, clear audio. If you're jamming to some tunes, that is really important. Or if you're a gamer, then gaming and having that crisp, clear, impactful audio that just puts you into another world is really important. Now, I think, this is really cool, but you know what? I think I got a surprise for you. I do. Now, in August, HyperX released a couple new products, and today we're going to be talking about one of those products, and I am super stoked to introduce you to the HyperX Cloud Alpha 2 wireless headset. Now, this is a bad boy that I have been playing around with, and it is been a lot of fun to check out, and I love it. So we are going to do some information, share that info, if you will, and then we're going to do an audio test. How cool is that? So let's get started. So before we get into the nitty gritty, those specs, those stats, or before we even do the audio test, let's just take a look at the headset itself. And here it is. HyperX, man, you never do me wrong. I love this. It's what you expect from them. So this will give you about 250 hours of game time in 2.4 gigahertz mode, which is really great. Or roughly about 125 in simultaneous connection mode, which also really great. So you can go on a gaming spree and not have to worry about it, running out of battery. You can play for multiple days. And I do think that is really awesome. It's just like my wife will ask, hey, how late did you stay up playing the games last night? Well, the sun came up. But no, you get that game time without having to worry about recharging all the time. And I think that is really awesome. And HyperX always takes care of us on that point. Also, it is really lightweight. It comes in under 1 pound, so roughly 0.76 pounds, which is really cool because nobody wants to wear monstrosity on their head, right? We want to have something that's comfortable, and we need that because if we are doing 250 hours nonstop gaming marathon, then we need something lightweight, correct? The other cool thing that you'll notice is this is different. This is not leatherette right here on the cushion. This is a microfiber cloth material. This is really cool. Now, I've had this on for a couple days, and it is just a really nice fit. It feels good on your ears. I don't feel all sweaty and icky in it. It is really, really nice. And I think this is going to be a game changer when it comes to the cushions of the headsets. And I think this will be really neat. Now, it does have a premium leatherette right here as well, too. That's completely okay. And it is kind of a different band. It is a little bit more cushiony than before, which I really think is really cool. So thank you, HyperX, always taking care of us. And then the other cool thing is it is adjustable just as you would think. So it does spin and swivel right here. And then you can also move these right here. So these will fit pretty much any head type out there. Even if you have an Ernie or Bert sized head, or shaped head, this will feel good and comfortable on you. The other cool thing is that it does use the new Ngenuity Beta software. The other one is now called Legacy, so that's something to keep in mind. Let's take a look at the buttons on everything. Let's take a closer look at the headset itself and see what buttons and doohickeys are on it. Okay, all right, so here we go. Right over here, you have the power button. Now, what I like about this is once you push this and turn it on, you will get a voice prompt saying how much percentage is left on the headset. So that's really good. You know when you need to recharge. Okay, right below that, you have the mic mute. Below this, you have the 3.5 millimeter port. Then you have the USB-C port right there. And then you have the slot for the boom mic, which is already attached. On the other side, right here, You have, let me see where it is. Sorry, trying to juggle. The 2.4 gigahertz dual audio switch, which is really cool. You have a multi-function for media control right here. You have a volume wheel that you can turn up and down. Now, don't worry, a lot of this is also on the bass too, but the thing that I think is really cool is, let's say you're playing PlayStation in the living room and you don't have the bass because the bass works with the PC, then you know what? You can adjust things on the headset itself. That is really awesome. That's pretty intuitive and pretty smart thinking from HyperX.
So as you can see, I have the HyperX Quadcast 2S microphone turned off and put back. So you are getting the audio directly from the HyperX Cloud Alpha 2 headset. And again, my voice is a little raspy now after talking for a little bit, but I wanted you to hear the audio while I'm displaying the headset because I think that's doing a sound test is really important. Now, it's got a really nice form factor, which you're probably already accustomed to with headsets. It goes over your whole ear and it has a closed back. I mean, that unless you're using something that has like earbuds, that's pretty much what you get. That's standard, I think, for the most part. It's got a nice frequency response from 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, which is pretty good. And this part I am going to read to you because it is a little bit more precise, and I want to describe the sensitivity to you in the best way I can. It produces a loudness of 96 decibels of sound pressure level when a power of 1 milliwatt is applied to it, measured at a frequency of 1 kilohertz. Now, this doesn't really mean a lot for people that don't know much about audio, but for all those people that are audiophiles out there, you probably understand what that means. Also, it has a total harmonic distortion that is less than or equal to 2%. Also very good. Now the frame is also stainless steel with aluminum forks, which gives it that durability that you're accustomed to with HyperX products as well too. Again, you have the microfiber ear pads as well. And it's compatible not only with a PC, but PS5, PS4, Switch, Mac, mobile, and Xbox. And you can connect to the various things also using the 3.5 millimeter connection. So again, that's where you're going to use that for your other devices. With your PC, you're probably going to be using your base, which I'm going to show you pretty soon. Here's something for all you audiophiles out there. It's the microphone specifications. Now, the boom mic element is an electric condenser microphone. It has a boom mic polar pattern of unidirectional. The boom mic sensitivity is negative 42 decibels relative to 1 volt. It has a built-in mic element of micro electromechanical systems. The built-in mic polar pattern is omnidirectional, and the built-in mic frequency response is 100 hertz to 10 kilohertz, which is really, really good. The built-in mic sensitivity is negative 40 decibels relative to 1 volt. So the mic specifications are really great on this microphone, and it will produce really good quality sound for people that are listening to you, whether you're streaming or creating content like I am. The next important thing is to talk about the bass, and it is right here. Now, it's pretty simple to use. If you've ever used a Stream Deck, then you kind of have an idea of how this could function. So just right here with this dial, if I turn it like this, it adjusts the audio, the mic volume. And the great thing is in the center right here, if I just tap, it will mute the mic. And that's really cool if somebody walks in your room and you need to talk to them, or something else happens, like Amazon rings the bell and you need to go get a package, right? So that is really nice. It also says mic on, mic off. So you get that audio in your ears, letting you know that you've turned your mic on and mic off. The next one you have right here is the mic gain. If I click on that, you can see it changes color to match that button. Then you have the game chat mixer, and this really only works for PC, and it separates the game audio from voice audio. Now, this is great if you're getting like a call, let's say, I don't know, Discord or maybe Zoom. I don't know. I haven't tried that part. Something I still want to play around with and see. The next one you have is mic monitoring. Again, you can twist the dial and adjust that right here on the fly. The next one right here is to mute your headset so the audio in your headset is off. All right, very easy peasy lemon squeezy. Then you have the equalizer right here, and right now there are 3 presets built in. As you can see, they adjust as said. And then you have a button right here that allows you to control and pause and play media, which is interesting if you have a YouTube video up on your computer and you accidentally hit it, because then the YouTube video will play. Again, it's a really cool device. We're going to dive into the Ngenuity app now and check that out so you can see a little bit more. And what about the Ngenuity Beta app? Now, before I dive into this and talk about it, I do need to tell you that you do need to update your firmware on your headset and on your base, which is very simple to do. Just like any tech, once you get it out of the box, you're going to have to update the firmware. Also, when I uploaded or installed this app, I had to update it as well too. Now, this really shows that, hey, this is brand new. It was launched in August and HyperX has already got updates for it. It shows that they care about their community and they want to provide you with the best audio and sound experience ever. So I'm really curious to see how this app is going to evolve and as it progresses out of the beta. Now, I do think this is really cool. And again, I do think it shows that they care about their players, they're gamers, right? So that is awesome. Now I am in the audio tab right here, and you can adjust the volume, you can mute it as well too. This is also stuff that you can do in the bass as well. You have the mic volume and you can also mute it as well. The mic monitoring, which you can turn on and off as well too, and the game chat balance where you can make it sound more game or have the chat louder. Again, all stuff that you can do in the bass, which I think is really awesome. You have the audio equalizer right here, which is adjusted by on the software. It can't be adjusted with the hardware as of yet. I don't know if that's going to change, but if you want to add a new EQ preset, all you got to do is click on the plus and then you could adjust these. And you can also like rename it. So if I want to type in Ken Music, then I have my audio for my music. Or if I want to put Ken Techno, I don't know. Ken Goth Metal? No, sorry, that's not like. But anywho, you could adjust your EQ to however you want. And I think that's really cool that you have the flexibility to adjust the bass, the lows, the mids, the high mids, and the high. As of right now, I do think that you have to reset this every time, but it is cool that it is there. And again, this is beta, everything is getting worked out. And I think we're going to see a lot of cool things to come. You have your mic presets right here that you can turn on and off. You have preset 1, preset 2, preset 3. Also, you have mic effects. Now, this is kind of handy, especially for me as a content creator, for the AI noise reduction, especially with the microphone. So if I'm streaming live, let's say I'm doing an Adobe Live thing. I used to stream on Behance for Adobe for 5 years. So, that's cool because if I have the clicky clacky keyboard, then it does adjust that audio down. You can't hear it as much. And I haven't, my dog doesn't bark as much. So Winnie doesn't bark. But if he did, then maybe that also would block out a little bit of Winnie. But who wants to block out a cute little mini poodle? You have the compressor as well too, which brings the loudest and the quietest sounds closer together. If you understand audio, then you kind of understand how that works. And then you also have the limiter, which kind of creates it where you don't peak or spike, I believe. Um, Again, certain things I'm still kind of a newbie when it comes to like working with audio to some extent, but I do understand the functionality of it. Okay. We have the Spadio audio right here, so we could adjust from either performance, balanced, or immersion, which sounds really cool. Immersion. The distance, near, balanced, far, and then you have advanced settings. Now, again, this is something I am not going to touch for the moment right now because I am not an audio engineer. So I will kind of wait for somebody else maybe to create a tutorial, hint, 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 on how to adjust things like this because I do think this could be really cool to learn. And if somebody could explain it to me, that would be awesome. But this is really nice that you can adjust all of these and kind of come up with your own settings. Really cool. I do like that idea a lot. Then if we click into our RGB lighting right here, so I'm just going to pull my base up so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So this pretty much from my understanding, what I see controls the animation of the lights right here. And right now, I don't know if you can really see too much because of my other lights, but it's got a kind of a surging wave where it just kind of gradients around into it. And I can also adjust the brightness of it too, which then you might be able to see, I don't know, a little bit more. Well, turns it off. But you can kind of see right there. Now you can add other presets, which is cool. So I can click on this and add new. And then let's see, let's do confetti is kind of neat. Confetti. I don't know. Maybe I'm spelling it wrong. I don't know. Let's add an effect. So let's go to confetti and add the effect right there. So we have the confetti right here, and we can control the speed and the opacity as well, which is really cool. Click save, and guess what? There's confetti. We're going to do one more just for fun, guys. All right, I can at least show you how to do one thing since I'm not like, you know, super crazy wild on stuff. So let's do maybe a sunrise. And it's kind of cool because it kind of, you could see, the examples right there. Let's click on breathing so you can see. Oh, wow. Calming waves, right? Twinkle. Ooh, pretty. Neat. Alternating. Very cool. Solid, if you just want a solid color. Looks like Tron. Swipe. These are really cool. I'm just going to add twinkle. And let's just type in twinkle, right? And click it. The other thing is you can click on these and you can adjust things and so forth like that as well too, which is really cool. So you have a lot of like ways to adjust this and have fun with it and kind of make it your own thing. I do like the confetti one. I wish you could see it as good on the camera as I do in person, but I do like the confetti. That is really nice. Okay. All right. Then you have the key assignment. So you have the Alpha 2 function, you have key slash buttons macro, which I think could be really useful as well too. Text and launcher. A couple of these are kind of blacked out right now, but I think that's going to change because, again, this is in beta. So I do think that, again, HyperX will provide these when they get them flushed out, so to speak. But this just shows that, hey, there's more to come. There's more to get excited about. And I might have to do another video with an update, when these launch and kind of let people know. Who knows? Maybe by then I'll be able to control the EQ a lot better. But this is really cool that you could potentially give more assignments. Now, the alpha keys and so forth like that. The only thing about changing these, and I don't know if I would really, really go into changing these, is because you have the item on the printed on the button. So I don't know if I would go and change those. I'd probably kind of leave them the same. But who knows? Maybe there would be a reason to, or something fun. Hmm. Just have to wait and see what I do. But I do like this. I think this is a really cool headset, and the base and the Ngenuity app. I think this is kind of a game changer, and it's going to be really fun to see how this evolves and where it goes. And you know what? I think it's kind of nice to know what comes in the box itself. And not only that, but like the packaging altogether. If you've bought a HyperX product, you know that they actually really care about it getting to your doorstep or into your house or apartment in perfect condition. Like I was really impressed when I opened it up and saw how it is placed inside the box. Like there's no way it's going to get damaged if Amazon or some other company is delivering it to you, or if you're on the way back from the store and taking a bus or a car or even a bicycle. This is going to get to you in pristine condition. That I love that they care about getting their product to you and making sure it's 100% awesome. So what else is included inside the box? Well, of course, you have the wireless gaming headset. You have the amazing base station, which I showed you as well too. You have the detachable microphone that you can remove, put back on, remove, put back on. It's right there. You can, if you don't want it on, right, you can just remove it. Um, You have two USB-C to USB-C cables, which is really awesome. One is shorter than the other one. I used these when I was updating my firmware, by the way. The USB-C to USB-A adapter. Ah, God, what a lifesaver. Okay, if you're like me and you have a PC tower, it might not have all USB-C ports, so it's nice having that little adapter right there. Thank you, HyperX. They always think about their community when they're creating their tech and what they put in the box, what you're getting. And I love that. You have the 3.5 millimeter headset audio cable, which is really cool. So I can plug this into my PlayStation or what have you and just go to town and have a good time. You get the quick start guide, and one other cool little thing that I think people might not know about is it also comes with a nice little bag that's branded to keep your headset all nice and pristine. So if you want to put your headset in a bag so it doesn't get icky over time, this is a good thing to have. And if you have a headset stand, you could probably maybe drape this over top of it. And I think that's cool. Keeps dust away and other things, other particles. Um, love it that this is included. Or if you're traveling and you're taking your headset with you, then you have this nice little bag to keep it nice and neat. So I really like this headset. I think it's really cool. I think with the base station, it's just going to level things up. It's so professional, and I think as the beta app evolves, it's going to get that much better. And I think HyperX is the kind of company that will deliver on that. Everything they've done in the past has always been outstanding. So I have a lot of faith to see, and I'm super excited to see what is coming, with the updates for the app as well too. So in my opinion, it is a really good headset. I love the audio quality and again the customability, that you can adjust things. And as I grow more into audio, that's one thing that I guess I will have to learn a little bit. But I do like that this really kind of gives you the experience that you want as a gamer or as a creative that's doing content editing or creating content or as a streamer or even if you're just using your headset for work, whatever. um, it gives you that ability to have the settings that you want because gamers are all about customization, and that is something I think is really important to HyperX. They listen to their community, they take care of us, and yeah, it's really cool. So guys, let me know what you think about this headset in the comments below. Also, there will be a short, I'll probably do some updates if you want an update on how the Ngenuity app evolves. Let me know. I can always include that as well too in an upcoming video. Again, really had fun showcasing this headset to you guys, and I hope you guys like it.